Micey from England with Don't Change, and right now we have our guest in the studio. Let's do a mic check. Doug, check it.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my God, it was perfect right away. Wow, that's a first. And we also have two friends in the studio too. We have Claudia and David. Yay. Hello. Thank you, David, for getting Doug here. Thank you, Doug, because we had a cancellation, so I contacted David and said, do you want to come in? He said, actually, I have somebody better. Doug from Ill Content. So good to see you.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks.
You guys are like, I've heard of you. I've never seen you guys, but I've heard you. I mean, your name is pretty famous, and especially in the San Francisco Bay Area. First question I want to ask is, how long has the band been around?
Probably about late 2004 when I first started writing songs.
Oh, wow. Now, what were you any bands before that, or this was just the first band?
Yeah, there was another band, Mosh Until Death, MUD.
So that was a disco band, I think.
Yeah, that band pretty much first started in 1986.
Wow. And you were the original, one of the founders?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now let me ask you, when you write your songs, do you write the music, or do you guys come together? What's your songwriting process?
Well, with the old band, MUD, I would just write lyrics, and then I'd work with the guitarist, and he would write his riffs around the lyrics. But with Ill Content, everything's different. The CD, you got Strength Through Common Suffering. All the music was written first.
I love it.
And then I brought lyrics in to fit each song.
Is this you?
No.
This is a great cover.
Everybody says that kind
Does
of
everybody say that? Yeah. You're like, oh great, just because he has short black hair, that means it's me. Let's play. Oh, I just fell. What song, should we go with, you pick a song. Which one you want to play?
Might as well play Ill Content.
That song, Ill Content, sounds perfect. That is track number 2. Let's do that. You want to tell the audience a little bit about the song, lyrics, whatever they need to know.
Basically, it's about like never being satisfied with anything, no matter what. You're just always ill content.
Perfect. Is that where so was this name, since the band's been around since 2004, did the song come first, or did the band's name come first?
Actually, the name derived from an email address I used back in 1998.
Wow, perfect. And you said, why don't I just use that for a song? It's a
perfect song. Ill Content at AOL.
Perfect. AOL, does that even exist? Next thing you're going to say is that our website is illcontent.net. No, okay, let's...
there's an Ill Content at Comcast.net.
Now we see how long they've been around, folks, is when you start getting into that stuff, you know. I have a .net somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't know what happened to it. If you're out there, come back, contact me. Okay, let's get in Ill Content with Ill Content here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. You can find me facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria. And if you haven't already, folks, please go to Berkeley Liberation Radio's Facebook page, facebook.com/Berkeley Liberation Radio. We'll be right back. Here's Ill Content. Perfect.
I didn't finish answering the question, but all the new material that we're writing, I have written a lot of the music for it.
Okay, we'll get back into that.
You're all music, right?
Most of it. Wow. We got like 9 actually. I brought a set list for all our new songs.
Oh, cool. Right on. Oh, you put it in the writing. Cool.
Yeah. So most of these songs I wrote all the music for.
Wow.
Except for Gabosa Na. My drummer and my second guitar player wrote that. And it's going to be sung in Visayan.
What? Oh, let's leave that for radio.
It's Filipino.
Leave that for radio. That's
It's a Filipino dialect called Visayan. Most people know Tagalog, but this is going to be in Visayan because my drummer's Visayan.
Oh my God,
He wrote out the lyrics even for this song.
You gotta sing
It's the first song that I'm going to do where I actually didn't write the lyrics for.
So that's cool.
I'm going to sing it. Oh, I've been practicing it. It's actually going to be fucking pretty awesome. None of these songs are recorded yet, though.
Okay.
We're going into the studio March 15th and 22nd. We're recording with Mark River.
Okay, so we'll talk about that, and then we'll come up with that. I want to talk about this when we come up.
Yeah. My guitar player, Chad Salter, he's one of the original guitarists from Neurosis. He was on their first album, Pain of Mind.
That'll be good to bring up too on the air.
Save it all.
Yeah.
He wrote Understand This and part of, I forget one of these other songs.
Cool.
I mean, he helps me, I'll write the basis of the song and I'll come to him and my other guitar player, we'll co-write all the songs together, but the main music body, I write all the riffs, Like this new song, Total Enslavement, I actually wrote the whole song by myself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we'll be hearing some of this in June.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go to Pirate Press Records and I'm gonna be making 7 inches. No fucking
If you know what he means.
Yeah, no CDs. I don't want to fuck with CDs no more.
No. Nobody's buying that shit anyway.
Exactly. Nobody buys that shit. I still got like fucking 400 Ill Content CDs and nobody fucking wants them.
No, it's not worth it. Just, you gotta like put them on. Here we go. David Shire, Manhattan Skyline for Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, official Underneath Music, and we are here with Doug from Ill Content. Now, you were telling me something off the air about the song your drummer, because you write the lyrics, but you tell the audience. I think this is really cool.
We got a new 7-inch that's going to be coming out. We're going into the studio in just a few weeks. We're going to be recording with Bart Thurber. So basically we got 10 new songs we're going to do. And one of the songs called Gabolsa Na, it's going to be in Visayan. My drummer Juan wrote the lyrics for it. And we have 2 guitar players in our band, him and our second guitar player, Greg Betancourt. He's the one that wrote all the guitar work for that song.
Which guy is that?
He's not on that song.
He's not on there.
Yeah.
Now
There's been a lineup change.
Been a lot.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot in especially in bands?
But with Ill Content it has.
How many members have you had? Are there any original members besides yourself?
No.
Wow. That just seems like the typical thing though. Like it seems like, especially with hardcore bands, like there's always like one guy left. Now, how many members do you think? Let's do a count.
Well, we have 5 members right now.
Wow.
Yeah, me, 2 guitar players, 1.
I mean, in total,
Oh.
all time since 2004.
Well, we've had the worst luck at bass player. The one we have now is probably our 8th bass player.
Wow. How long has he been in the band?
At least a year.
Oh, that's good. So that's good.
Yeah, Patrick Norton.
Who's had the longest time in the band besides yourself?
My drummer Vaughn.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
How long has he been in the band for?
Since 2010.
Oh, so he's been in there for a while. Well, hello
Yeah.
to Vaughn, hello to the rest of the guys in Ill Content. Now, we didn't say, do you have any websites?
No, not
Facebook.
really. Yeah, just on Facebook.
Facebook.com, which
We
I
don't have
posted.
an official
Yeah.
social media website.
Let's see, what do we got here? We got Ill Content. Let me get their address. Well, you just put in Ill Content, they come up. It's Ill Content, and then they have all the numbers there. But just put in Ill Content, you'll see a picture of Doug singing, and then if you go to the page, you'll see the cover of Ill Content. Oh, Strength. That album's actually called Strength Through Common Suffering. Where did that title come from?
I just kind of made this shit up.
Well, that works. I would hope so.
Well, most of the lyrics on that particular CD deal with a lot of like emotional suffering and pain and personal issues.
Personal, like for you, or?
Well, yeah, kind of. But you know, the way I write my songs is so like anybody could relate.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the lyrics, you know, if people were to read the lyrics, they would see that it's like a lot of deep emotional pain and suffering and just personal issues stuff.
Now, you were saying one of your guitar. First of all, you were telling before we went on. You said you didn't finish your story, and I wanted to get back to that. And plus, you mentioned something about your guitarist was in Neurosis. So take your choice. Which one you want to?
Yeah, so after we put out this CD, Strength Through Common Suffering, actually the guitar player that wrote all those songs on that CD is amazing. His name's Mo, but we parted company with him, and I put out an ad looking for a new guitar player, and I got a hit from Craigslist of all places. This
Go
guy,
figure.
yeah. So Chad Salter, he was an original guitar player in Neurosis. He was on Pain of Mind.
Oh,
He was
cool.
on another EP they did, Aberration, and basically he liked what we were doing, so he joined. He's been, you know, I don't know, could be close to 2 years he's been with Ill Content.
Wow.
But you know, something new for us is adding a second guitar player.
You don't see that too often, especially in that. Usually it's like 4 pieces or 3 pieces. How does that work out? How has that been working out?
Well, it's been working out really great because a lot of the new songs that were being written required to have 2 guitar players. I wanted to change the dynamic, so I said to the guys, you know, hey, let's get a second guitar player. And through a mutual friend, we got this guy, Greg Betancourt, who used to play with Mental Disaster.
It's Portuguese. It must be Portuguese with that last name. Now when you say the parts written, so that both guitarists are playing something different?
Not always. They do kind of certain parts play the same riff, but yeah, they do break off and do different things.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
I mean, what's the point of having two guitar players if they're just going to sit there and play the same riff?
The same riff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of.
No, it adds a whole new dynamic to the band, and it's fucking awesome. I think the new material that we're going to have coming out is more powerful than ever.
Let's talk about this song. I want to play this song. I just like the title of it. The Promise
of the Grave. I actually co-wrote music for that song with Mo, as like one of the songs I wrote.
The black hand of death grips me with desire. My life is only ashes waiting for the fire. As I draw the blade swiftly through my skin, crimson tears promise me a new life will begin, and then so on and so on and so on. That's definitely, if you have fans that are listening that are not in a good state of mind, they'll probably really like to listen to that.
The song's about committing suicide.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. That's a big one. Was this from, obviously not from you, but was this written from just, from fantasy, or was it written from someone that you had in mind, that like someone who passed? You don't care to.
I just like writing deep, dark shit. Sure. I mean, I've known a lot of people, that have died.
Yeah, of course we all have. Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't say it was, based on a specific person, but my lyrics tend to be pretty personal. A lot of that shit's kind of like about myself. And
it's pretty cool that you put it out there.
About people that I know.
It's cool that you put it out there for people. It's cool you see the lyrics. 'Cause that's like. David and Claudia are here in the audience. David is filming, and David said, he's like, it's good to know about the lyrics, especially in this kind of music. A lot of times you can't understand what they're saying. God, we sound like old people. I don't understand what they're saying. I don't like the beat or nothing like. What are they saying? Yeah, we're really old.
Fucking hilarious.
This music, this banging around stuff. Okay, let's play Promise of the Grave. Here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria, my guest is Doug from Ill Content. Now, Doug, you have two names. You have a stage name and a real name.
Doug Graves.
Doug Graves. I love that, by the way. So I put Doug Dillon for coming here, but Doug Graves' stage name, if you want to know. Here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria on Berkeley Liberation Radio, we're going to play more Ill Content. We'll be right back.
Bob.
I gotta watch the time as soon as the songs are short, so I gotta make sure I get not.
Actually, I didn't want to say it because there's a friend of my ex-girlfriend died recently, a couple years ago, from a heroin overdose.
Oh.
And that song was kind of about her because she always talked about wanting to kill herself and dying, and she OD'd.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of people around here. I don't want to say it's about her.
No, absolutely not. That's fine. No problem. See that? She asked that question, Claudia. She gave me that question, and I didn't want to ask it.
You can ask whatever you want. It's up to him.
She takes everything so seriously. She's always like, oh.
As an interviewer, you should be able to ask whatever.
No, you. She keeps putting on these papers saying, ask this, ask this.
Me?
Well, you can ask anything you want, sure. Yeah, I wish I had some. You'd fucking love that shit.
From hardcore to disco.
Hey, Bob's Radio Cafeteria here on Berkeley Liberation Radio. We've got Doug Graves from Ill Content as my guest this week as a fill-in. We had somebody else who was supposed to be in, but they canceled. And I contacted my friend Dave from, I was gonna say Mannequin, but from Planet Mannequin, thank you, who's filming. And he found somebody very cool, because I haven't had hardcore, what would you call this music? Is this hardcore punk? What is it? Because
it's hardcore thrash.
Hardcore thrash. So
Yeah.
you more relate, so this would be, I hate generalizing. I don't like to put things.
Well,
in
I
boxes.
guess you could say it's kind of a blend of old school styles, old school hardcore and old school thrash.
Got it. So this is more. But the thing with this music is that punkers and hardcore metalheads could really like both these.
That's the intent. Is,
Yeah.
You know, I guess. I mean, you could go with the generic term that people hate, the crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So you're really excited about this new album that's going to be recorded, and you were telling the audience about what you were saying about these new songs, about how short and
Well, the big difference between the Strength CD and the new 7-inch we're going to put out is all the songs are shorter, and I would say like the big difference is the Strength CD, every song had like a breakdown in the middle where the song goes slow and has like an old school breakdown. But the new one just kind of burns straight through. There'll be like, there's still like a bridge and verse and chorus and all that shit. But these songs are going to be shorter and, just as
to
fast.
the point.
Yeah.
I love the song. I like the song lengths. Any song under 2 minutes.
Timmy Ilhan would say shorter, sharper, faster.
I like that. That's a good. Just reminded me of a question. What are some of your influences growing up and now? Like when you first got into music, how old were you when you first got into music, and who did you get into?
Well, my dad, he had like a ton of records. So when I was young, growing up, I would listen to all the stuff that he had, which I guess you could consider classic rock.
Yeah.
But he loved like a lot of blues rock. Mike Bloomfield, Peter Green.
Yep.
Just stuff along that vein. B.B. King. Just really blues-oriented rock. Rory Gallagher.
Oh yeah.
Great shit. So I grew up listening to that, and I still, believe it or not, spend most of my time listening to that nowadays, and I hardly actually ever listen to thrash or hardcore shit.
I like that. So if you were to do a solo album, you would have a true solo album. You would probably have music more like that.
No.
You'd still do that.
Yeah, this is the only kind of stuff I enjoy doing.
Oh, okay, that's cool. But
I started getting influenced, from my brother. I got a brother who's 4 years older, and that's when I started getting influenced by the harder, heavier music like Black Sabbath and Boys They're Cult, and suddenly, I got drawn into that, and then, it just started, I don't know, Motorhead went to Manowar, and then Slayer, and,
it just got harder and more underground.
Yeah, exactly. So in the early 80s is when I found, I guess what you call crossover thrash, bands like DRI,
Yep.
Lethal Aggression,
Yep.
Christ on Parade, just so many bands, but that were just doing that. And I just thought that that's what I want to do. When I first heard DRI's, dealing with it, the 22 song, not dealing with it, the one before, the Dirty Rotten EP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I first heard that album, that is the moment where I decided I wanted to be a singer and I wanted to do what he did.
Wow. And he's the only original member left too.
No, Spike the guitar
Spike and
player.
Spike the guitar. Because I know Harold. He's the bass player, but he's not original.
Harold, yeah.
He's for a lot of you people.
He's
that
been
didn't-
there for several years though.
He's been there for a
Yeah.
while. For you people that are in the Bay
There's
Area.
another great band from the East Bay, Sacrilege BC. Those guys were fucking amazing. So
Good shout
it's
out.
basically like that, that crossover
Yeah.
style where you're taking hardcore and metal influenced stuff
Yeah.
and putting it together, and that's why we still do that, is because that's what originally attracted me.
So it's kind of like if you took Slayer and you took what's their name? You take somebody like what's his name? The guy from Washington D.C.
Bad Brains.
Oh, Minor Threat?
Minor Threat. If you took
Bad Brains?
No, Minor Threat. Ian McKay in Minor Threat.
Nah, not even that.
No.
I don't know.
I'm just trying so my audience is
I
out there.
actually draw influences from such a wide variety of stuff, even stuff that's not hardcore punk, just regular, rock music. I draw influences from everywhere.
I'm trying to get the audience to kind of like, because I have a lot of people that listen that probably don't understand what we're saying, so I'm trying to get them to get some kind of idea, like, okay, what do they mean by that? What do they mean by that? So I guess if they don't understand that, and then I'm saying
Well,
Minor Threat,
typically,
that's not gonna help.
typically people would say, like DRI's Dealing With It album.
Yeah.
It's stuff like
That's what the cards, right, on the cover?
No, there's a couple albums before that.
Okay. So you said you wanted to play this song. You wanted to play just for today, correct?
Yeah.
Talk to the audience a little bit about that song while I cue it up.
Yeah, it's basically a straight edge song. It's about, just being clean and sober and realizing, that you only live once and just to live for today.
Are you guys considered a straight edge band?
No.
No, but the song is for people that are straight edge.
I'm clean and sober. I have been for like 14 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
just,
cool.
I just can't find other people to form a straight edge band. Everybody drinks and smokes pot.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, the thing is for people out there not knowing what straight edge is, it's like a whole, it's a movement. It's kind of more a punk rock movement of kids or adults that don't do drugs.
Not
and
even
alcohol.
punk rock, it's pure hardcore.
Hardcore.
I'd say any band that's straight edge is going to be a hardcore band.
Hardcore. But can you
Yeah.
name some famous hardcore straight edge bands?
Fucking Slapshot, Judge, Chain of Strength.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, guys. If you were interested in what
Minor Threat too, right? Or no?
Well,
Were they?
Minor Threat were considered straight edge, but near the end of their career they started drinking.
They started drinking.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's play more ill content here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Just for today, we've got another 20 minutes here with Doug, and we'll be back with more with ill content. Yay! Thank you, Claudia. Oh, Claudia's clapping. Yay! Yeah. You know, I'm gonna have you move this over here so I can look at you like this. Is that I'm not my back is like
Sure. No problem. Go.
But it's posted by me.
Oh, no, I don't care, that's fine.
I was like, where's the music? Oh, I had that level down. Hey, we're back with
Good times with you.
Graves from
Yeah.
Ill Content here on Berkeley Liberation Radio, Bob's Radio Cafeteria here every Saturday. Oh, I like that. The cameraman just went, snapped his fingers at Doug. Doug and Claudia having this conversation, and Dave went, hey! Okay, so Doug, I like that. I think I might have you around a lot more with my guests when I'm like, hey, okay. Let's talk about legendary clubs, legendary bands you've played with, because a lot of hardcore bands usually get to play with a lot of famous bands. In my band, I would love to play with ABBA, but they don't exist anymore. That's the problem with playing in a pop band. But with you guys, you get to play with a lot of legendary bands. Name some of them and some of the famous places you've played.
Well, we haven't played anywhere famous, but we have been lucky enough to play with some really good bands thanks to some friends that are, promoters. We played with Raw Power from Italy.
Oh, wow.
We played with Stalag 13, the Grimm. I don't know.
Let's see, there's some flyers in here. Let me see if I can shake your memory and tell me a little bit about this. See, you play with Millions of Dead Cops.
Yeah,
That's
that was
what-
at the Gilman.
That was in the Gilmans,
Yeah.
legendary. You played with
That was a
Dr.
great
No.
show. Yeah.
Dr. No is legendary. Oh, there's the Raw Power Flair.
Yeah.
Fang, I've heard of that band. Tell me, what is that band? Is that an underground band? or are they...
Fang's been around a long time.
Long time.
Sammy Town.
Sammy Town.
What?
Sammy.
Cisco Punk.
Oh, they're
band.
San Francisco, okay.
Yeah.
You played
Lead
with,
singer Sammy Town.
Oh, you know John the Baker then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I see Instant A-Hole.
Asshole,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, he's a great. He actually played my. When I used to do a laundry series, he played one time, and I remember the laundry ladies looking at me during the whole going like this, going, "Really? You have John? I love him. Him and his girlfriend are awesome." Yeah, so you played with legendary. Because now, tell me about. David was mentioning Burt Rahman. Tell me about that. What is that? I've heard of it.
It's like a little warehouse out in Richmond,
And why is it?
basically.
Oh, so it's like cool underground shows.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I like that. I love that. I love that whole underground thing because it keeps it a little bit more fresh. Oh, Annie's. Oh, this is an old Annie's Social Club.
Yeah.
Old Annie's, yeah. That thing has been 100 different clubs.
Yeah,
Covered Wagon.
yeah.
Nirvana played there. That's
Yeah,
how.
we actually
Cherry
played
Bar.
there back when it was the Covered Wagon.
Yeah, and that's when they played it. Yep.
Yeah, MED played there.
Wow. What is it called now?
Oh, I don't even think it's anything.
It's anything anymore. Okay. So let's play another song now. The Shadow. What's that? That's not about the old radio serial, is it?
No, the shadows.
serial like
Nah,
this.
it's kind of like your negative karma that haunts you.
Oh.
So like you've done a lot of fucked up shit, and you got like a lot of negative juju that haunts you. That's what the shadow is.
It's interesting because I have a weekly segment on the show, Bert the Turtle Suggestion of the Week. He calls in with always amazing suggestions, and his suggestion today was Zounds, Can't Cheat Karma. And now you say this. Connection? Coincidence? I think not. Bert the Turtle, let me listen. Let's think about that one. Okay, let's play The Shadow by Ill Content. We're here with Doug. And then David and Claudia. I guess they're going to be the new band members, right? Is that what's they're going to be a 7-piece band after this? Oh, that was supposed to be. That was a big announcement at the end of the show, folks. I ruined that one. We'll be right back.
Actually, if you go on our Facebook thing and check our bio, it'll list all the big bands we played with.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You should talk more about Gilman though, and
Okay.
because it's so much history, you know,
Yep.
and he's played there many times.
I've been there many times. Never played, but.
Not much to say about the Gilman.
Well, Green Day got famous.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's very like. Yeah.
Yeah, if you pull up my Facebook.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's very like almost Anthrax reminds me. Okay, now where do I go? About the dude.
Yeah.
Over here. No. Over here. Artist we don't know. That's
No. Right there, JFA, Antidote, Urban Waste, Italian Saints, Action Adjustment.
Verbal Abuse for them.
Yeah, so those are like the main big bands we played with.
Dr. No Stalin.
Yeah, fucking JFA. Those guys are fucking thick.
David, I think you should have a radio show and talk about.
Oh, I did it again. I did it again. I had the level down on that. Why don't? Ugh. Anyways, I have to be quick with your CD because the songs come in so fast, so I have to kind of like, woo, I have to be careful. Anyways, Doug, I want to ask you about your vocals. Now, singing music like that, it's very aggressive singing. It sounds great. It sounds really great with the music. You do it well. Do you do any vocal warm-ups? Tell us about any vocal, because it's intense.
If we don't practice like once a week, then, you know, it's hard for me to jump back into it.
Right.
Basically, you know, for me, it's like, you know, it's like doing a workout. It's like, you know, playing guitar and drums, you know, if you're not using your muscles, then, you know, you're gonna fatigue easy. So, like, if I don't sing once a week, you know, practice with the band, putting out that same energy as if I was performing, then, you know, I feel like strained.
You feel so, yeah, because it's definitely, I mean, to go from nothing and then all of a sudden singing like that, you're definitely going to hurt your voice.
Yeah.
Well, luckily you haven't had that problem. You've been singing now since, well, you've been in this band 2004, 86, yeah, with the first band.
Not like consistently, it's been like on and off. So
But still, that's a lot of singing.
Yeah.
Now, we were looking at your Facebook page. You can find Ill Content on Facebook. Just put in ILL and then Content, CONTENT. Let's see, we've got ones we didn't mention. We did mention Raw Power. They're from Italy, you said, right?
Yeah.
Probably named after the Iggy and the Stooges album, maybe?
Probably.
JFA, which you said they gave you guys a thumb up.
They were amazing. They put on a great show. We played with them last year in Santa Cruz.
Oh, where'd you play in Santa Cruz?
It was like weird. It's like this Mexican restaurant, and part of their building has this big empty hall, and it was kind of like a little DIY venue.
Is that right on the main drag?
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder what Mexican
Well,
restaurant.
it's like right off the main drag.
Oh, so it's not on the main drag.
Yeah, it's about a block over.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Because the one place I know there is not the Zeitgeist.
Yeah, it's about a block or so away from the Catalyst.
The Catalyst, not the Zeitgeist, the Catalyst, yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, JFA, let's see, Urban Waste, Battalion of Saints, Attitude Adjustment, Verbal Abuse, I've heard of, Dr. No, we mentioned Stalag 13. And let me mention the guys in your band. We got to mention them again. You want to say their names and what they play? Give them a shout out.
Yeah, Vaughn, he plays drums. Chad's on guitar. We have Greg plays guitar, and then Patrick on bass.
I love Greg's name, Greg Disaster.
Yeah.
I love it. Doug, that's what, because I was posting the thing on the Bob's Radio Cafeteria Facebook page. I was like, what do I call him, Doug Dillon or Doug Graves? But then I saw Doug Dillon is the founder and mainstay on vocals. I said, I'll just give him that.
So Vaughn Amon, that's his name, and he's actually from the Philippines. He was in this really great punk rock band, kind of punk hardcore from the Philippines. They were called As a Whole.
Did you know of them before he came over here? Or
No.
He showed you. He's like, this is my band. Now, he's the one that wrote the lyrics to, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Gaibusa Na?
Yeah.
Gaibusa Na. That's the song that's going to be on the new record.
Yeah, it'll be sung and designed by me.
That's so cool. Now,
Yeah.
how was that? What was that like? What was learning that song?
Well, I'm just learning it now.
Oh, you're still doing it?
Yeah,
You haven't
I'm not
recorded
even
it.
really ready to do it, but yeah.
You want to
I've
give
been
us a little
practicing.
sample?
I have to have the lyrics.
Oh, you have to have the lyrics,
in front of
okay.
me, Yeah.
What does that mean, by the way?
I have no
Like,
idea.
if you're listening, Mr. Drummer, Vaughn. Let us know what that means. You can call here, 510-495-1666, 510-495-1666, and you can call now, you get incredible stuff. It gets some knives, they chop, and do everything in between. Call now, 510-495-1666. Anyways, let's play another song from Ill Content. Let's see, I'm gonna go with My Fist, Your Face. Come on, I'm not gonna
Can't go wrong with that.
I can't go wrong with that. Tell us a little bit about that. I know this. Let me just try to assume here.
Well,
I'm thinking it's a love song. I don't know.
It is a love song.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wow, see, sometimes I try to be
Yeah, it's
funny.
about like your fist making love to somebody's face.
You just have to love forceful
And for
guys.
those people out there that are into that, you're going to really love this song. Because unfortunately, there are people out there that really like that. I like how Patrick spells his name without the K. I just noticed that because I've been looking.
It's probably a misspelling.
Oh, I like it. It should stay like that. Whoa, let me get back to David Shire. Okay, we're going to play some more Ill Content here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. We're going to play My Fist. Not really My Fist, it's Doug's Fist in Your Face. Well, not your face, but is there a face that was referencing?
No.
Okay. He's looking at me. I'll tell you off the screen. All right, we'll be right back.
There's been a lot of fights, Doug?
No.
No? I'm glad to hear that.
All right, it's going good.
Usually, like, the punk guys, they're always, like, they've been in fights or
I don't like
big
fighting.
rumbles.
I'm gonna run away.
The more they fight, the smaller their penis gets. And then when they're always fighting and talking about fighting, you're like, you must be inverted. Is the mic off? Okay, sorry. Ding. What the hell are you talking? Oh, oh yeah, so short here. Oh, we're good for time.
CD.
I love it. I love it when bands
You don't have to worry about record skip.
Mm-hmm.
I've had records for years. I love, collecting 7 inches and, 12-inch vinyl.
So as in Claudia, oh! My humor doesn't sometimes go too far. Anyways,
What?
because he said he likes collecting 7 inches, and I said, oh, Claudia, oh! Dun, dun. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Claudia, when you sit in the Archie Bunker chair, whoever sits in that chair gets it from me. I'm just warning future guests. If you don't want it from me, you better not sit in the Archie Bunker chair.
Promises, promises.
Promises, promises. Song from the 80s. Excuse me. Let's get this together now. So when you write, when you said you have written songs. Sorry, Q Mark, next DJ. When you say you write the songs, do you actually sit with the guitar, or you tell the? You guys, I have this riff and it's kind of like. Do you want to? How do you do that?
I have a guitar and a bass at home.
Oh, cool.
And basically, I don't know how to play either of them.
Yeah.
But I kind of just, fuck around and I come up with some melodies and I'll record myself on my iPhone and then I'll bring it to them so that way they can see what I'm doing and hear it.
So it's pretty much a democracy in the band, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though
No,
you're
they take it from there,
Yeah,
I mean,
I like
at
that.
that point, they do what they do, they take my ideas and turn it into amazing songs, I mean, they really fucking do it up.
Of all the places you played, were there any places that you were like, wow, I played here, like Gilman Street? Was that like, oh, this is so cool?
Well, if you're from here, you don't really care, but like I know a lot of people on the East Coast and other parts of the country do consider Gilman to be a legendary venue and would love to play there, but I don't know, I guess it's par for the course, like people on the East Coast that played CBGB so many times it didn't mean shit to them, where we would be like, oh wow, I wish I could play CBGBs, but
Not
of course
anymore.
it's gone.
My 81-year-old dad, who's still a bus driver, went to CBGB's. In the 90s, he had a bus charter there. He took a Portuguese band to CBGB's. So it's kind of funny to be like, oh, my dad's been to CBGB's. I've never been. And it's unfortunate.
I've been
You
there.
been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, you both have?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
there's
Dave?
some friends of mine from the East Coast, the band Lethal Aggression. They played there with Verbal Abuse and another really great band, which isn't around anymore, called Eyes of Hate from Brooklyn.
I like it. And you both have been there. It's cool. Very professional, eating pizza on there. Thank you.
Oh, I got a story.
Oh, sure. Please do.
This is fucking
This is-
hilarious, and now that I got on that subject, I gotta tell this story.
Absolutely.
At that show, it was Lethal Aggression, Verbal Abuse, Ice of Hate, And I forget what the name of the band is, but it's basically, oh god, no I can't, Bill Stevenson from Black Flag and many other bands. I went into the bathroom at Bill Stevenson. Now, if you've ever been to CBGB's, you'll know that the men's bathroom has no door on the toilet. And it's up, you gotta walk up a staircase, it's cement stairs. It's like about 3 or 4 steps up, and the toilet's right there facing the door. And it's a really small bathroom, so you're like way up on this throne. So I opened the door, you know, I just kicked the door wide open, and I got a camera in my hand, and there is Bill Stevenson sitting on the shitter. And I wanted so bad to take this fucking picture, but my friend John from Lethal Aggression, he goes, dude, no way, don't fucking do it. That's like so disrespectful. But, you know, I bet I could have sold that to magazines and it would have been a big, right? So anyways, yeah, I saw Bill Stevenson sitting on the shitter.
So Bill, if you're out there, we know a lot more about you.
It's so funny.
I never heard of the man before, but now I know more than I've ever known. Of course, I know the band. They're around. They toured. They got like one of their original singers back.
No, well, they're playing with the Flag, the band Flag. It's all the old guys from Black Flag playing under the name Flag.
Oh, so it's not Black Flag. They're not calling Black Flag.
No, they call themselves Flag.
Oh, and it's the
Yeah, you got
the kid from Decline of the Western Civilization.
well, it's Bill Stevenson
Yeah.
on drums. Hold on,
Thank
somebody's
you, Mark.
coming in the door. Anyway, so yeah, it's like a bunch of old members from Black Flag that got together to form their own band. They play all the Black Flag songs.
Oh, that's cool.
Minus Greg Ginn.
Okay, so then maybe I thought I saw Greg Ginn playing with the singer that was in the Decline.
They did. The Greg Ginn and his version of Black Flag just played the Metro. It was fucking horrible.
Was it really?
Oh yeah.
And it was, what's that singer's name? The guy that was in Decline of the Western Civilization. He looks like he's Latino.
Chavo?
Is that his name?
No, that's who, like Ron Reyes.
Ron Reyes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they call him Chavo.
Oh, they call him. Yeah. He was terrible.
No, he was good. Greg Ginn was terrible.
Really?
Yeah, he had like a fucking theremin he was playing. It was annoying.
A theremin.
Yeah. Practically
Between
like
Jimmy Page and punk rock. What was that about?
Even worse.
Brian Wilson. Dude.
He abandoned that years ago. He's just trying to make.
Oh, is that what his Q Mark's here? He's up next. He's getting
Yeah,
us stuff.
he stopped doing punk way back.
Let's play Empty World, the lead-off track.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. I want to tell the audience a little bit about that song.
It's derived from a poem that was taken from a book that I read. It was a true crime story. It's about a girl that was murdered by her boyfriend. And basically it was like the first 48 hours they did some books, some true crime books. And I read one of the books, and basically the main story was about some girl that gets murdered, and that was a poem that she wrote, and I derived some of the lyrics from her poem and turned it into a song. It's called Empty World.
Oh, cool. Let's listen to it right now. Ill Content, Empty World here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. We got another 12 minutes until Mr. Q Mark is up next, so let's play it.
Hey, what was the story with this Black Flag? Was it Henry Rollins?
No, it's
Or
Greg
was it
Ginn.
the person?
Greg Ginn with Ron Reyes.
Who sang first for them? Whoever sang first
Ron
for them, I
Reyes.
thought was
No, it was
better than Rollins.
Keith Morris.
Keith Morris sang first.
Keith Morris and
Then
Circle
Ron
Jerk.
Reyes, and then Des Cadena, and then Henry Rollins, who was their last one.
Oh, because some of the ones I heard earlier, I'm not
Yeah.
sure which singer was a little sharper.
Yeah, so that's who was in Flag. Keith Morris, Bill Stevenson, Des Cadena, and also they got, who's their bass player? Fucking amazing guy. I forget his name. But basically, yeah, it's like...
Ginn
fucking-
just seemed
No,
to turn
he's
for
so
money
washed
in the...
up.
Well,
Yeah,
he
fucking
turned
Ginn's
for money
horrible.
in the 90s, but in the late 80s I was listening a lot, and it was more metal, and it was more this and more that, and he morphed out of
And they
it.
got
But
all
after
that
he-
weird spoken
suing-
word experimental shit.
But I
that
mean,
fucking
suing
horrible.
Negative Land for parodying his song and going after people for this and that, and now he, you know, the old bands are so popular, so now he thinks he's just gonna come out and be it again.
Does he come from a wealthy family?
I don't know.
It kind of has that.
Can you go on our Facebook
No,
page?
those
'Cause
guys
we have
had
an
no-
upcoming show with Total Chaos, and I want to mention that. If you could go on that.
Those guys had no money, but he wasn't from a poor family.
No, he
But
didn't
they
look
had
like
no
it.
money when they ran the band. think he had enough money to live on top.
Right here.
Yeah. It's gonna end pretty soon. You might want to turn it up so we.
And Houston. Oh, that's right, Houston.
I mean, in sordid places, but it wasn't until my friends got out to California there was all this stuff about everybody fighting all the time. Yeah.
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Whoa! A little bit more content there. Yeah, it was feedback. David Shire, Manhattan Skyline in the background, getting some feedback there. Hey, you got a show coming up, my friend.
Yeah, we're playing March 29th in San Jose at Johnny V's. We're playing with Total Chaos, Antisocial, and Sad Boy Sinister.
What's tonight in La Hamburg? Oh, this is old. This is January 11th. How was that show?
That was fucking great. We played with False Confession.
Confessions.
Yeah, those guys are great guys.
Where are they from?
They're from Oxnard.
Oh, this is a great name for a band. There's a band actually called ADHD. It was a blast last night in Long Beach. Ultra thanks to ADHD Entertainment. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
No, yeah, we played with another, that weekend was a great weekend. We played with another band called Walk Proud. They've been around, quite a while in visual discrimination. That was in Long Beach. That was a lot of fun.
What's the crowds like down there?
Yeah, they were great, it was at a bar. A lot of people showed up. They had a great time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Kind of gives you credentials too if you go in there like, we're from Oakland. They're kind of like, well, Oakland? I thought it was all this hip hop there. And it's like, here's this, you know what I mean? Like, what do they have that? There's a big, what I've noticed, there's a big underground metal, hardcore metal.
It has been for a long time.
Doom metal
Yeah,
or
the
something?
fucking Bay Area is totally known for, especially old school thrash bands
Yeah.
like Metallica and
yeah.
Exodus and
Yeah.
Violence and shit.
Oh, yeah, especially
yeah,
that.
thrash is, pretty much, I don't know, kind of like the Bay Area is the birthplace of like the whole thrash movement.
Totally.
Yeah.
Very, very big. And it's still around. I see a lot of guys walking around like on Telegraph with the leather coat with the jean thing on top, and they have the long hair and they have all the patches.
and shit.
And I'm like, and they're young, so I'm like, wow, I guess there's like maybe it's been 30 years now, so it's kind of like to them now. It's like, wow, that was so cool playing at Ruthie's or wherever.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Harold's book came out, which documented that whole
Yeah,
murder in the
less
front
than-
row.
no, Murder in the Front Row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice guy. If you guys ever see him, he used to work at that store on Telegraph that sold toys.
That
Collector's
place
Realm.
is gone. Yeah.
Then he was working at some painting store that sold like old rock posters.
Not sure about that.
But every once in a while I see him.
Harold a long time ago, like early '80s. I used to hang out the Stone a lot when
Oh, in Oakland.
Slayer first
Oh, in
started
San Francisco,
coming around
San
and
Francisco.
playing. Yeah, the Stone, San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah.
He has. If you guys are fans of that genre,
Hey, he's calling in.
Murder in the Front Row is a good book for you. Let me get this. Hold on. Hello. You want to go on the air?
Oh my
Okay.
God,
We got.
it's
Whoa.
my wife.
All right, we're going on the air.
I bet you that's my wife.
Whoa. Hello. Who do we have here?
Linda.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
I'm okay. You know the guy that's talking? It's
Doug?
Total Content, right?
Yes.
Doug. How old is he? He's been like around forever. He's
Doug?
like super old.
Tell her.
Yeah.
This is Linda.
Yeah. Hey, Linda, you sound familiar. Like you sound just like my wife, Revick.
Yeah.
No? Oh. No. Now, I saw a picture on your Facebook. You were in the Hornet or something with your wedding. Where was that picture?
Yeah, I got this wife. She's like awesome.
got
She's
this
the
wife.
singer of this band called Jack Killed Jill, and they're like
Oh.
fucking amazing. They've been around for like almost
Isn't
17 years.
that like, isn't he gonna tell me how old he is?
How old are you?
I'm 46.
No, you really are?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Who the fuck would have I about
Like
that?
younger.
Right?
Wow, I thought you were younger than me.
No.
I thought you were like in your 30s.
No, I've been around a while.
You look good, my friend. Now tell us about your, this isn't her, your wife's band. Where can we
Jack
find them?
Killed Jill.
Jack Killed Jill, where can we find them?
They're playing an amazing show coming up. They could look it up. They're playing with Cheetah Chrome and the Street Walking Cheetahs. This is going to be at the Parkside. Nobody's going to want to miss this show.
The Parkside in San Francisco, not that far from
Yeah,
bottom
you
of the
could-
hill.
Yeah, you could look it up.
Yeah, sure, we will. Oh, so Linda, any final little words to Doug, your friend or a fan?
I just wanna know how old he was. I was trying to figure out who he was. I have
46.
no idea who he is.
Thank you, Linda. Thanks for
Hey, we'll
listening.
have
Thanks for
available
calling in.
later
It's
if
so
you wanna have
awesome.
sex.
Sure. Great show. Thanks.
Oh, and by the way, send your band, post your band's Facebook page on facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria so more of the listeners can
Yeah,
find
you can have Jack Killed
Please
Jill
do.
on next.
I gotta play the band.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay.
No. All right, well, thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That was really cool. So I guess we were pretending that wasn't your wife.
It sounded like her.
Oh, it wasn't your Linda.
You should have his wife on as a guest. She's a singer too.
Huh?
You should have his wife on as
Yeah,
a
you should
guest.
have done. Well, your wife has the band Jack.
No, that's what they sound like. I know the sound quality coming out was
Yeah.
really bad, but I could have swore up and
No,
down
it
it's
wasn't.
her.
That was actually Linda.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, Linda, thank you so much for listening. So we're wrapping up here. Q Mark's coming up next. Let's play one more song because we've got 4 minutes. What, of all the songs we haven't played, which one do you want to play?
Anyways, if that was Linda, sorry.
Yeah. That's part of the age thing. There you go.
Oh, let's see.
You can tell we're eating pizza here.
Yeah,
Snacking.
oh, fuck it. Let's play Broken. This song,
What track
actually,
number?
the music of this song was written by Dave Gutierrez from Lethal Aggression.
Which one?
Broken.
Oh, track 4. Okay. Here we go. Il Content, last song. Broken here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. We'll be right back to say goodbye and all that good stuff. And Q Mark is coming up in 4 minutes. Bye. Thanks, Linda, for listening.
Yeah, thanks, Linda.
I love the idea of Saturday Night Fever's playing with hardcore.
I know, right?
It's
great.
I know my wife's
This is my theme every week.
Some people had to live through that thing, and everybody who came
No,
later
she's
just
Filipino,
thinks that was so
Japanese.
cool with the
I like to be back. Huh? That's cool.
No accent.
So I was like, that could be an accent. I guess just from.
No, she sounds completely
I'll put
Americanized.
your CD in.
Yeah.
I assume she don't have.
Oh, when I got here today, I
No,
knew
she
Lex
doesn't
was
speak
here.
like a Filipino.
There was tobacco everywhere, beer cans everywhere.
Is Lex really fucking up the studio? Because he
Yeah.
denied it. He claimed that.
No, I talked to Paul about it. He lied. You know, he lied to Paul's face when he said, "Our CDs come up next." Well, this is it for Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Thank you so much, Doug.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yay! Thanks, Claudia. Thanks, David. Yay! This is Bob's Radio Cafeteria. I'm here every Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria. If you haven't already, Berkeley Liberation Radio's Facebook page, Facebook.com/Berkeley Liberation Radio. And folks, I forgot who's my guest next week. I think it's Randy Jackson from Zebra. I'm not sure. I will definitely you'll know. I'll post it pretty soon.
You mean the rock band Zebra from the 80s?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Tell me what you want and
Yeah.
who's behind the door.
Who's behind the door?
That was
I
huge.
love that song.
That's a good one. Yeah, so who my guest next week? And thank you, Doug, thank Claudia. And Q Mark up next. Thank you. See you guys next week. And I'll see you Wednesday on the Bob Notcher Show. Guess me.
I thought we were going to talk about that show on the way out. Nah,
Bob's Radio
whatever.
Cafeteria is brought to you by absolutely nothing.
Right on.
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
That's
Doug.
fucking great.
I'm gonna have Q Mark take a picture of us. So. Okay. All right at 4 o'clock. Perfect. Okay.
That's very fun.